And I think there's something, and I want to hold your hand.
Adam and Dan, unrelated, Jackson's talking.
Evening, Adam Jackson.
Good evening, Daniel Jackson. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm great.
Do you feel you're feeling festive?
Yeah, I am feeling well. Yeah,
You're feeling the beat,
I'm
the heat,
feeling the groove,
and we
as well.
can find the boogie.
All night long.
That's a different song.
Oh, who's that hot chick on your phone?
That's my lovely girlfriend.
That you keep. Aren't you married?
No, I'm not married.
Oh,
No.
but you're living together.
In sin.
Well, yeah.
I'm living in sin. And do you know, I can say this because I'm pretty sure they're not going to be listening. There are, let me think.
400 giraffes living in Australia.
No,
and I don't like any of them.
My girlfriend's family had to think very hard before telling certain members of her family.
Brilliant.
Like, seriously. And also, she's not allowed to tell her work colleagues because she works in Catholic school.
Wow.
She's not allowed to tell her work colleagues that she's living with her boyfriend. So she tells them she's bought a house with a friend. Or maybe that's just what she says because she's embarrassed by me. I don't know. But
Both.
yeah, I remember when I was in high school, we had some people that had AIDS and HIV coming to talk about AIDS and HIV.
Whoa.
And it was all very sad and cathartic and tragic. And one of them, though, was a teacher and he was just talking about his experiences and very inspirational. And then our English teacher just ended with, no, we were just talking to our English teacher afterwards. And
Don't have sex with boys.
And she said, oh, yeah, the real sad thing is,
Boys.
though, yeah, we can get these HIV people to chat, but we wouldn't be able to hire them. So, because of the HIV. No, because they're gay. They can come in and talk about their experiences, but, they're not going to work at a Catholic school, which is tragic. Well, maybe not, I don't know.
Well, it's God's way, so who's going to argue with that?
That's right.
But the thing that gets me is that other religions are okay with it. They're talking to a different God, right?
Which religions are okay with it?
Well, the church that my parents are part of are okay with it.
Which church is that?
Community of Christ, I think.
And they're like, gays are good.
They're like, get all the gays you can in this church.
Well,
No, I don't know that for a fact, but
Christianity needs
I'm
all
pretty
the
sure
help
they're
they
cool.
can get. Like, I think that's one of the things that the Anglican Church is doing, and it's paradoxically not working because of it, because they're like broadening their terms more and more all the time. They're like, oh shit, we're losing numbers. Hey, priests can marry, and like, we can have female priests, sure, why not? And eventually they'll be like, look, gays, all are welcome, but their numbers are dwindling. Whereas
Dogs, cats, bring them in. God's children.
Whereas the uber conservative religions, like for example, some sects of Islam and
Sects.
some uber conservative Christians, their numbers are flourishing. Possibly because there's such strict rules. I don't know. It's a funny one.
So is that kind of like Apple charging? Well, they don't charge too well. Charging premium prices for premium products in some cases, and they attract those who want to pay that. Oh, is that a good analogy?
It's not a good analogy.
That's a
at
great
all.
analogy. Because they've got the closed garden of applications and everything, and they're like, well, if you want to play in our safe place, you can do that. And then whatever religion you were talking about there, they're like, wow, we've got to stay safe from gays, so we're going to go to this exclusive church. We fit in. We're going to buy into this, and we're going to be cool.
No, I think it's completely not that. My theory is that the more you broaden the horizons of the rules, the easier it is for people to say, hey, you know what? This is
It's a bit flaky.
This is something I can easily get out of. Whereas in the religions that the rules are very strict, you wouldn't even think about getting out of that religion. So I think it's like the Hotel California. You can check in anytime you like, but you can never leave. That's somebody just went up to my car then.
We are sitting in the beautiful hills of Olinda in my car. I'm parked behind your car, and somebody just went and inspected something in front of your car.
Yes.
Dead body that they forgot to shift.
Or that I didn't notice I ran into.
You're about to when you leave.
Yeah. I was talking to... I met my girlfriend's grandmother for the first time over a Skype call. She lives in WA. And the
Konnichiwa.
same... She was... Yes. Why not? So my girlfriend was showing. We've got a house together. Showing her all around the house, and then showed her me. Yeah, this is my boyfriend. Say hello. And
we don't live together.
What do you think the next thing said was?
When are you getting married?
Bingo.
Yep.
Bingo.
What was the answer?
Did you hear that, Adam?
Dear.
Did you hear that?
Oh, she was like using it?
Can I tell you one other thing?
Please.
It happened a week or so ago. So a lot of my girlfriend's friends have partners. Some of them don't, but a lot of them do. None of them are engaged. Not one.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
They went to try on wedding dresses the other week.
Look out, Adam.
Start
saving, mate. Start saving.
Forget
the mortgage. That's your excuse.
Can't
afford it.
Yeah.
Oh, my parents will pay for it.
Oh.
No, I wouldn't want to put that on them. I want to do this for ourselves.
They've been saving for years, though.
For this? Yeah, exactly.
No, but I mean, it's not something that I'm scared of. It just was something that I was speechless. I'm like,
well, you didn't know what to think?
I didn't know what to think.
Like, is this good? Is this bad? Should I think this is stupid?
Like, why did you do that? Oh, just for fun.
Why did you do? It's because a lot of girls, not all girls, like playing dress-ups. And that's the ultimate dress-ups, Adam.
I'll buy her a clown suit.
Turns me on, so.
Walking down the aisle with the quonk, 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 the big honkers going off.
Squirting the celebrant in the eye with the flower.
So why all this talk about weddings, Daniel Jackson?
Why all this talk about weddings?
Yeah.
Well, I like weddings. No, what can we say about?
We can. That's why I was doing that segue.
Oh.
I'll do it again. Why all this talk about weddings?
Well, we just played in a band at a wedding.
We were a wedding band.
Wedding singers.
Oh, well.
Ooh.
Yeah, you sung quite a few songs, didn't you?
Yeah, and I fucking loved it. And it really affirmed sort of that's something that I should do more of.
Be a wedding singer. So if you're out there getting married and you want a good wedding singer, Daniel James Jackson is your man.
5-figure sums I charge.
Yeah, yeah.
That or a really long hug with the bride. Or all of the bridesmaids.
Group hug. Yeah, so it was fun. It was fun. We were bopping along to some cheesy songs. And
oh, come on. They were classics.
But that's the thing. When you're playing the cheesy songs, they're awesome not songs. So cheesy.
See,
we played Kokomo, and it's an awful song, but
it's a cool song.
I loved playing it.
I love all of the songs we played.
Okay.
And Adam's like, oh, that's a stupid song. You hadn't even heard of
most of them?
See, I love most of them. Can we just run through a few?
Yeah.
Just for the listeners.
We started off with Jason Mraz, so classic.
Lucky I'm in love with
my best
and
friend.
I sung the chick part.
You did.
I'm not sure how that went down.
You broke my heart.
Yeah. And then we went into
something else. Can't Buy Me Love, was it? No, it was Can't Buy Me Love by the Beatles, wasn't it?
Which was a killer.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Then went to Kokomo.
Great song. Yeah, which is also such a cool song.
I had my little cameo in that because I was the guy that was like, Port a Prince, I want to catch a glimpse, like at the end of the choruses.
Oh, shit. See, I didn't even know that bit of the song.
See, you're not an aficionado.
No, you were into that.
Yeah. Then I don't know what we had after that.
Oh, was it All Night Long? No. It was Love Philosophy.
Fast Love, Love Philosophy, then All Night Long, then something else.
I can't remember what else we had. I mean,
Moon Dance. You did a good Moon Dance.
Moon Dance.
Moon Dance. Blah blah blah.
I really love singing that song.
That little bit, or just in general?
No, just all of it. Just a song where you can play around with the placement of the words, the phrasing.
Yeah. I had me a accordion solo in that song.
And a ripper, might I say.
Oh, you didn't hear it. You told me you didn't hear it.
During rehearsals, I heard what you're up to, though.
Oh, you're very kind.
I was able to relax and
we finished with I Want to Hold Your Hand.
Yes.
Nice, which was a nice one to finish.
And we played them all at the speed of drum and bass music.
That's right. So. Yeah. And I think there's something, and I want to hold your hand. I should have got that note in the set.
What was that song where we did have that high as no? Yeah, it was that one.
Yeah. I can't hide. I can't hide. I can't hide.
That was awesome.
Brilliant.
Oh yeah, you.
Yeah. But what was and I suppose it ties into what we were talking about with the rules and religion and stuff. It was,
How carefully were you treading here? I mean,
I think we should play it by ear, but maybe
we'll be respectful.
That's right. Yeah, but it's safe to say that it was a fairly adherently Christian crowd. Well, maybe half of it, maybe 2/3 of it was an adherently very Christian crowd. And we were singing songs like "Fast Love" by George Michael about having like.
That bullshit conversation. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, but not even about having one night stands. About just having kind of random car sex, possibly with other men. Yeah,
I didn't even think of that angle.
Yeah,
in the public toilets.
In the public toilets. All right.
It's much safer and much more acceptable to be doing that in your actual church, as we know.
Do you reckon George Michael? Like when he brings a boy home now, he can only do it in his bathroom?
What?
Well, maybe, is it the gay sex or is it the bathroom itself that turns him on?
Whoa. Oh,
because he got caught doing stuff in the public toilet.
Public toilet, yeah.
So,
I just want to clarify before I said, unfortunately, that was in reference to... It's unfortunate that it happened. Full stop. All the sexy time with the priests and all that sort of stuff. Just wanted to clarify that. We can move on. We can move on.
Yes,
I've clarified. So George Michael, actually something I've thought about, and Missy Higgins is another instance of this.
Yeah,
and Elton John, when they write their songs, and they are all gay, one might say.
Yeah.
They write songs about the opposite sex sometimes, and the lyrics of the song are like that lovely woman. If you're a guy.
They actually do that,
and that kind of thing. Yeah, and I find that really interesting. And I gather it's just a commercial choice.
Well, I don't know,
because you're playing percentages there. Most of the population is going to be. Most of the population is heterosexual, and so they're going to be singing along, and they're going to sell. Maybe they're going to sell records to all the homophobes that don't know that they're actually gay artists.
Well, I suppose there's a few different angles in there. Like,
which one do you prefer?
Well, let me think.
Wheel-barrow.
I think you're making an assumption that
I am.
They mean personally everything they're writing. Have you heard of Randy Newman?
Randy Newman. Yeah, I have.
Yeah, so he obviously, you got a friend in me.
Oh, okay.
You got a he wrote all those kind of Disney Pixar movies. He wrote most themes for. But he was famous a long time before that for, a huge array, big array. He wrote a song called Short People. Short people have no business to live. And it was all about how awful short people were. And he wrote a song called Sail Away.
Sail away.
And he also wrote a song
called... And you did that one, right?
No, it wasn't a cover. Because what Randy Newman did back then, anyway, was write songs from other people's views.
Yeah.
So Short People...
I love banging boys, I love banging men.
So Short People was, in his words, it was a song about a crazy person ranting about the most nonsensical thing to get angry at. Like how awful short people are because they're short. So it wasn't him personally advocating how awful short people were. Sail Away was a song about a white slave owner talking to the black slaves about how awesome America is going to be when they get there. So they're on a ship and they're saying, let's go sail away because America's going to be awesome for you slaves. And there's another song called Rednecks, and he's singing about how he's a redneck, and one of the things he likes doing is keeping the niggers down.
Why is he writing these songs?
Well,
to appeal to that audience?
No. It's all social.
in jest.
No, it's not even in jest. It's vague commentary. Like by writing in that voice, you can kind of
get away with it.
Not get away with it. It's like, it's satirical commentary. So I guess, let's see, the Redneck song is about, how the rednecks are keeping the niggers down. But at the time, things were pretty bad for black people all over America. And he vaguely alluded to that in his song by, I can't remember most of the lyrics, but he was saying, yeah, I'm a redneck and I keep the niggers down. But through the course of the song, alluding to the fact that it's not just there that it's bad. It's bad all over the place. And he's kind of, obviously attacking, those racist rednecks, but also saying to everyone else, you can do better as well, and stuff like that. I don't think there was any social commentary in Short People. I think that was just a song he wrote. And he did a lot of them. So what I'm saying is maybe Missy Higgins is talking about, like, maybe
she's a singer-songwriter, though.
Yeah, but maybe she had a friend that was going through that situation, and she was saying, well, I'm going to write a song from his perspective.
Sure, yeah. Then she's singing as a man.
Or her perspective, then. How about that? No, I mean, that's how, I haven't written a song for a long time, but I've got one or two in my head, and they're not me. They're other people's views, I guess.
Well, I think my point stands.
On what ground?
The shaky ground in San Francisco on the fault line.
We should force Missy Higgins to make all of her songs gender neutral. So she was like, I saw this person and I fell in love with them, and then I kissed them on their chestal area. And
downstairs
and stuck my fingers into their genital area. That would be Can you write that song, Daniel?
I can.
I know you like the good old comedy songs, so you can.
Hey, this would be full serious.
Yeah,
full of it.
Full of serious.
Full of serious. Hey, I believe we've been lucky enough to have a question submitted by one of our listeners.
Oh yes, I'll just bring it up.
And so this is a
I won't name him if he wants to.
No, he should remain anonymous because this is a personal question to us.
If he wants to comment though on our Facebook page, then he's more than welcome.
He or she can do so.
Yes, and I think it's just a great bit of prose as well. So
we have a question here, and I think he's asking our help.
Yes. I encountered a situation today that I could so imagine you and Daniel discussing. I needed to buy a birthday card for my swimming instructor, but I had to be really careful in my purchase. I think she's hot, and I do have a crush on her. But I don't have the balls to address my feelings, so I'll just keep biting my tongue and think of her while I masturbate. So, choosing a birthday card was quite a challenge. I had to be careful not to get anything that said love or special friend. I had to find the right colour that was feminine enough, but not with love hearts, etc. Also, as most women are concerned with their age, with her turning 30, I had to tread carefully with the message on and in the card.
You're not too old yet.
Mindfuck. I think I'll just come on a bit of paper saying happy birthday and give it to her.
And put glitter over it.
Oh, yes.
Wait till it ages, though.
Wait till it ages. Oh, that's an old reference. Yeah.
Yeah. That's art.
That is art. So it is a good thing. If you had a crush and it was their birthday, is there a way for you to play that to your advantage, Daniel?
To play that to your advantage. First, might I just say person question. Dear listener, that's our segment, right?
Dear listener?
Dear listener. Or
I've got another one after this, but yeah.
Okay. I feel your pain or whatever that you're feeling that you're having. I feel it. It's in my loins, in my heart.
Yes.
Everywhere on the paper. I'm feeling it all over. Yes. So what's the question again?
Well, I'm very glad you did that segue, Daniel. That was 20 seconds of gold of you saying you feel.
That's my song lyrics. For I feel it. I feel me, but I don't feel you.
That's good.
That's
good.
But I would like to.
I feel the rain on my face. I feel the wind in my hair. I feel the grass under my feet, but I don't feel you. Boom, boom, boom. Brilliant. So you've got a crush. Her birthday's coming up.
Yeah. How do you play this to your advantage?
Is there a way to play this to your advantage? Yes.
So we've got a bit of phone interference here.
There we go. I'll do the same. So how do you play it to your advantage? You've got a crush, or can you? You've got a crush, it's her birthday, you want to buy her a card. What are you going to look for?
So we have to get a card.
Well, you don't have to get a card.
So we're not
going
to
get a present. You can get a present.
Homemade card.
You can make a homemade card.
I could get my mum to make a homemade card.
You can. Yeah, you've got all the avenues that a normal person has available to them.
Gee. I don't know. I think I'd struggle in the same situation. I want to know things like, has he sort of let her know? Why doesn't he want to be more explicit? Is she married? Is she available? Is there a possibility?
I don't know. Let's say she's single.
Yes.
She's single. Let's say she's single.
She's single, and this might be the first potential move.
I guess what I'm saying is, and what I get from the message is,
yep,
you like her, but you do not want to tell her you like her, but you may want to give her something that might make her like you.
I think coming on the card's the best option at this point. And the glitter is going to send it home. Maybe some of those love hearts.
I think possibly the best answer could be to find something, and it requires perception. You've got to, she might be really into something, Pokemon, let's say. And you get her a Pokemon, and it could be, 50 cents from the $2 shop. Doesn't even go up to $2 at the $2 shop.
Just take the price tag off.
But the fact that it was something that you knew she loved, and not many other people know that she loves.
And why do you know that? Because you paid attention.
Because you're there and you care.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect play, because it's not saying, it's not a picture of your cock that you got your mum to make into a card.
Mum, make it look bigger. Do you know Photoshop?
Can't you make the size of your card smaller in proportion to the picture?
Just a little stamp.
I think that's perfect. Answered.
Yeah. Answered. Done.
Look, and we would love some follow-up about this, like how this goes after taking our advice.
Absolutely. And we had some other listener feedback as well.
Right. Hit me.
Two episodes ago, I sang a song about the love duo, or the bond between those in the fluoro yellow and the fluoro orange jackets.
Oh, yeah.
It was like Ebony and Ivory. It was called Orange and Yellow. But it started off being yellow and orange, but I ended up scrapping that because I said, nothing rhymes with orange. But
as we all know,
my friend comes up to me after listening to the episode, and he says, I've got a bone to pick with you. Something does rhyme with orange. And I said, what does?
What?
And he said, yeah, obviously, minge. So I'm eating my humble pie, my minge pie, and I apologise to you on the airwaves. I could have kept it going, and I will do the redux of the song if you'll.
I would love to hear it.
Yellow and orange, I'm eating a big minge, and it tastes a bit stringy now.
Stringy, wow.
Stringy? I don't know.
Stringy, that is so...
That's for you. I'll call him Lee.
Okay.
Because that's his name, I guess. Well, I was going to...
He's stuck with that
alias,
ruse for all his life.
That's right.
Even his parents call him Lee. How do you... Is it L-I-L-E-I-G-H?
It's L-E-I-G-H, yeah.
Really? Chixley?
I don't know if it's a Chixley. I think it's a... like either Welsh or Irish or something.
Ah, Chixley.
I find, because I've known him all my life.
All of your life?
Well, since high school. And he's the first Lee I met. And whenever
lovely.
I read Lee spelt L-E-E, I find it so alien and so weird.
Because it doesn't fit.
Well, it just looks weird. Lee, it's just...
Instead of lay.
Wow, I tell you what, it was probably pronounced like Lech or something once upon a time.
Lech.
I tell you, Irish are great like
That's
that.
more Scottish.
Let's see, there's one name.
Neve is a
Neve,
more
exactly.
common one.
Neve. Yeah,
Niamh.
Niamh is pronounced Neve in Ireland.
I've and in Australia.
Yeah. I guess so.
I've had the pleasure of sitting down with an Irish lass.
Oh, yes.
And hearing her describe all these really bizarre, like, spelled names.
Yeah.
And just, like, they sound kind of normal, but they are just, I don't know what the Gaelic was smoking, but are they a people? Can I speak about
the Gaelic?
them?
Well, the people that speak Gaelic.
The Gaelicers.
Yes.
Right.
The Gaelicers, not bad. Not bad.
Snorted. Snorted a bit of that Gaelic.
Can you remember any of the words?
No way.
Oh.
Not a chance. Like,
Somebody suggested the other day that Australian slang sounds a bit like Newfoundland slang.
Wow. You would have to educate
Newfoundland,
me.
I think, to my knowledge, is a tiny little like fishing town somewhere in either America or Canada.
Oh.
But they have kind of their own culture. I think they're quite cut off from the rest of either America or Canada.
Like New Zealand?
No. More like, I guess, maybe Torres Strait Islanders,
That was meant to be a joke. Sorry, that was meant to be a joke.
So can we do that again?
Like New Zealand?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. And cut. Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, if anyone's out there wants to test out that theory, YouTube people's Newfie slang, and then put it next to it. Can you do some slang right now? Some Aussie slang?
I hate. Well, hang on, what kind? Are we talking like that rubbish? Like, oh, tonight you're wearing a nice bag of fruit.
Isn't that awful? Like people talk about that all the time. Like they're like, oh, hey, do an Australian accent. Okay. Oh, Struth, it's a dead dingo's dogger. And not a single person in Australia now says that. But even any time we're asked to, by a foreigner, we'll often bring that out of nowhere.
Put another shrimp on the barbie?
Ah, yeah. Oh, it's hot out there. Oh, got to get a tinny into me, eh?
All the flies, forex.
Throw the shrimp on the barbie and have a tinny. Oh.
Yeah, go wrestling crocodiles.
Oh, get that into you.
Yep.
Oh, steady on.
Steady on.
But nobody speaks like, well, maybe some people do. Daniel Beattie speaks like that a little bit.
Well, he did get a root.
Yeah, well, it worked for him.
That's true. He did get a foreign copulation
That's
session.
right.
Oh, speaking of copulation and all things.
Oh, yes.
Delicious. I was, for some reason, I was looking up the word. Maybe it was not coitus, but it was maybe it was just masturbation or something.
Onanism?
Yes.
Yes.
Onanism.
Do you want to know the story of Onan?
Well, I'll just tell mine, and then I'd love to
yeah.
hear the story. And then, how it has, it was kind of thesaurus, kind of other words that meant the same thing. And one of them was coitus interruptus, and that was a magic day for me.
See, I always thought coitus interruptus was just like
not having sex.
Yeah, or like
Your mum-
halfway down, like your
mum knocks on the door,
or even the woman's like going, "Oh, that's great. Yeah, actually, nah, stop it." Like, oh.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
No, we're not going there.
No.
But coitus interruptus is
masturbation.
Well, that makes sense if we look at the origin of it.
Please.
So
this happened in Ireland.
It did not.
Okay.
But it's interesting because it goes to what we've been talking about this episode.
Gaelicking.
It goes back to the Bible.
Oh, okay.
So
Full circle.
There's quite a few weird stories where people just play really strange tricks on each other in the Bible. The other one was, I'll tell this second one first because it's just an example, and then I'll get to Onan. It's the story of Esau. And Esau had a brother, and I think their dad was dying or something, but Esau had a feud with his brother and ended up killing him because his wife, I think, asked him to. It was all, intertwined and stuff. But then they're like, oh, shit, what are we going to do? I know. No, the wife says, oh, now you've got to go and pretend to be your brother. The old man, he's nearly dead, so he won't notice. And Esau says, oh, no, but my brother was a hairy man, and I'm smooth. So she gets the skin of a sheep and puts it over Esau's arm.
Subtle.
And Esau goes into the tent and says, hey, Dad, it's whatever his name is, Esau's brother.
Oh, you smell just like him.
And the dad goes, come over here. feels his sheepskin arm and said, well, you must be. So this is the literature we've got working for us here.
So soft.
So I don't know the whole story of Onan, but I do know that Onan was ordered by God to get somebody pregnant. It might have been, once again, it might have been his brother's
Mary.
Wife or something strange like that. But basically he didn't want to do it.
What, a disobedient bitch?
Well, there's the thing. He was punished by God because what he did instead was cast his seed into the earth. And what that meant was
He got the earth pregnant.
he had a wank. And he had a wank and then go, sorry, I can't now because, I just blew my load. And that's why masturbation is sometimes called onanism, because it's one of the early examples of somebody having a wank.
Brilliant. And that's in the Bible.
It's in the Bible somewhere. Look up Onan in the Bible. And actually, if anyone wants to give me a better rendition of the story, because I'm just paraphrasing, but yeah, he was ordered by God to impregnate somebody and had a wank instead.
It was like, oh, sorry, all dried up.
That's right.
God's like, oh, just wait 20 minutes and then go do it, you bastard.
He's like, nah, I can't. But I think he was punished by God. I don't know what happened to him, but I think bad things happened to him.
He pushed his penis inside of him.
Maybe.
And that's how ladies were created. Ladies with balls, that is.
That's where we get hermaphrodites. That's why God invented them.
Right. It's all in there.
Yeah, so that makes sense in regards to coitus interruptus. So maybe he was banging the wife and then was like, just a moment. I'm just going to pop outside for a bit.
Digs a hole. And pokes the ground with a stick.
Cast his seed into the earth.
Cast his seed into the earth. See, that's a pretty cool way of describing it.
Well, I
rather
do it
than
on the ground and not into like a tissue.
Well,
or
into next door neighbour's letterbox.
Or into like, a staple in the middle of a magazine.
Look at the staple! Yay! I think we just learned something
I've
about...
rusted up some staples in my day.
But you didn't put glitter on them, did you?
No, I did not.
You didn't do the job properly. But you did do a pretty butterfly when you closed the pages.
Man, it was like a Rorschach test. It was like, what do you see here? It's a butterfly.
Well, pretty much just like, come on a magazine.
No.
Sorry,
but that was a big pause there. Pretty much come on a magazine. Adam and Dan, Unrelated.